Don't miss out on the exclusive limited edition You Gonna Know Me t-shirts. That's right, You Gonna Know Me t-shirts are now available. Be sure to reach out to J-Dub the King to secure your very own t-shirt today. You can contact J-Dub the King via social media at J-Dub the King or through email at jdubtheking@gmail.com. But that's not all. While you're at it, make sure to keep up the hype by streaming the hit single You Gon' Know Me by J-Dub the King featuring Yuckmouth and Drew on all major digital platforms. Let's keep the momentum going. Brace yourself, sports and music fans, because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is go time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J was good today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
What's good, folks? What is good? You know what it is. Brand new week, brand new Wednesday. So it's a brand new episode of PD&J What's Good Today. I'm your host, Jay.
Your host, Pocket. Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. Pop, Lock, and Drop It. We are back.
You already gave me some bad news.
Why bring up bullshit? Why bring up bullshit?
Oh, that was hilarious.
It caught us both off guard.
Oh, man.
Where the hell did that come from?
Man, that was hilarious. How's everybody doing this week? We missed y'all last week. Great weather last week, man. But, man, do we have a lot to talk about, and do we have a lot to catch up on?
And I hope everybody in Florida is getting a safe area for Helene raises hell in that area. So just make sure y'all are safe and sound and everything around.
What?
If you don't make everything safe around you, you're going to be in a hell of a thing for hurricane.
But what did you just say?
Safe and sound and everything around.
Oh, I thought you said something different. It sounded like, okay, never mind.
Safe and round and everything brown.
I don't know what you said, bro. That just, anywho. So, a lot to talk about. But we're only going to talk about two things.
The hypotenuse of the situation.
What do you want to talk about first?
I just told you the hypotenuse of the situation. I like that. I don't know what the situation, but the hypotenuse of it is square root of whatever it could be.
All right, let's go to Kentucky. That's what we're gonna do. We gonna start in Kentucky and then we gonna end in.
Just so you know, we're not talking about KFC, so don't get your hopes up.
Mike, what's good, Mike? Long time no see. What's good? So those that don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead.
Justin Fields, bad word. Is it a bad word yet? Too early? Okay, go ahead.
I'm just letting you get it out before we get the show started. Go ahead.
Because the show's already started.
But go ahead.
I
got more.
No. I'm just saying.
You're going to interrupt me again, so.
I'm just saying. Justin Fields. 2 words. Actually, 4 words. Caleb Williams. Justin Fields.
Caleb is actually better than Justin right now.
I don't know what football you watch, bro. Who's leading their team right now?
I know it sucks.
Stats wise, who's better?
Not really.
Look it up, bro.
Potential, who's better?
Potential. We're talking about potential still. Justin Fields over Caleb Williams right now.
I guess. I guess.
He's better than what was the last? Bryce Young.
Well, since we're on sports, let's stay on sports before we even go to Kentucky real quick.
You know what? And you stuck right to it,
And
Mike.
you stuck to it. You did.
Remember, I told you the same thing. I was like, they made a mistake. I told you that. They should have drafted. I don't know what they could have drafted.
The white dude.
No, I said.
No. What's his name?
We were traded down and drafted linemen because that's what they needed all along. They still do.
Yeah, that's true. But since we're on sports, let's just stay on sports for a hot minute, and then we're gonna move on. So,
And Daniel Dubois.
Tomorrow, Thursday night game. I have a question before you start laughing. So,
I'll be going to bed early tomorrow.
You got the Cowboys versus the Giants in New York. Would this be a must-win game for the Cowboys or a must-win game for the Giants?
Every game's a must-win game for the Cowboys because their whole daggone Cowboy Nation's on life support right now. Come on, man.
So which team has the bigger need to win? Obviously, it's the Giants. But like stat-wise, obviously the Giants, right? They need this win over the Cowboys. This is a division game. It's an important game.
The Cowboys need it more than anybody.
Okay.
Because remember, they're supposed to be America's team. Remember, the hole in the dome in Dallas is because God watches the Cowboys. No other team but the Cowboys. Remember, that's what Jerry Jones said.
I didn't hear that, but okay.
Look it up. That's why he said. That's why he put that hole right in the middle of the dome in Dallas, so God can watch his Cowboys.
Okay. Must-win game.
Every game's a must-win game. Every game is a must-win game.
Like, does the Giants have a chance of winning this game?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
You really do?
Mm-hmm. They're playing the Cowboys.
The only win of the season.
I mean, the second win of the season.
They say it's America's team, which is why they suck, because they suck like a.
See?
Oh, man. Okay.
I mean, I would have thought the America's team would have been wearing red, white, and blue, but that's just my thought.
So you think America's team would have been the Patriots?
It actually makes more sense. I'm not saying it should be. I'm just thinking if you want to call somebody America's team, that makes more sense than the Cowboys. Hence the name Patriots, the colors.
And they're in New England.
Yeah, and they're in the Northeast.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and now to boxing, real quick. Anthony Joshua, sit down. Deontay Wilder, sit down. Time is done. Your time is done.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Joshua has the wrong man in his corner. And I'll keep saying I've been stressing that. We haven't really talked too much about it, but I've been stressing it. The guy in Joshua was fine with Derrick James. Mm-hmm. Once he went to Ben Davidson is trying to change. He's trying to train Joshua like he did Fury. That shit don't work with him. He's not fast. He's not mobile. He's a big muscle-bound dude. So what's he got to do? He's got to sit there, power jab, and power left.
And the thing about it, once he got the gear going, it was over.
The whole thing is if you go look back when he was with Derrick James, compare when he was with Ben Davidson. When he was with Derrick James, he was proficiently sound. He kept because he knew Derrick James knew he didn't have a chin. So what did he have him doing? Jab, cover that chin. Jab, cover the chin. What did Ben Davidson have him doing? Jab, hand down, boop, boop, he got hit. Hand down, boop, boop, he got hit. Oh, he got hit, knocked down first round, knocked down second round. I think every round he got knocked down in. Then he got knocked down 5 times.
No, there's one round he didn't. I think that was the third round he didn't get knocked down.
Oh, yeah, because it went 5 rounds. 5 rounds. So you're right, yeah. Okay.
I think one round yeah.
And that's the round nobody really won.
Yeah.
But that was the round he was what? He was holding his chin. He got rocked every round. But I don't think he's done. He's just got to get the right man in his corner. He should have stayed with Derrick James. Had he stayed with Derrick James, he would have been better off because he was throwing a stiff jab. He was sitting on it. Dubois just came in. He's like, I'm the underdog anyway. We in Wembley Stadium, your hometown. I'm just coming to win. I'm the champ. You're going to knock me out. Well, it just so happened it worked that way.
Yeah, the opposite. Anywho, folks, real quick commercial break, and we're gonna get right back into our hot topics. So stay tuned.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?
Well, folks, let's just jump right into our hot topics. We got two of them for you. First, we're gonna go to Kentucky. Last week, a Kentucky sheriff, not a sheriff deputy, but a Kentucky sheriff in a small town called Letcher County,
Letcher,
whatever, however you want to pronounce it. The sheriff, whose job was to basically secure the courthouses and take care of the judges and everything else like that, right? Well, he took care of the judge all right. This particular Kentucky sheriff walked into the judge's chambers and shot him multiple times, killing them on the scene. Now, salute, Trulu. Salute. I see you, bro. I see you. So what ended up happening, the story came out that back in 21.
No, let's say what the first story came out. Let's do it like it was. Remember, the first story came out, said he shot the judge. The judge was messing with his teenage daughter. That was the first story came out, and it seemed kind of,
but
okay.
It wasn't true.
No, it wasn't.
So the facts that actually came out is this: back in 2021, the sheriff employed a deputy, and this deputy would take. There was two women, but one of them came forward with a story.
No, both came forward. The one died, so they dropped it.
Yeah. So the whole thing about it, the one that came forward said that, and here's the crazy part about it: she was on house arrest, but the deputy was threatening to revoke her house arrest and throw her in jail if she didn't provide sexual favors. Because once you're on house arrest, it's almost like you're on probation. You got to check in, check out. You got certain parameters you got to meet, right? So this deputy would have this person, this female person, go to the courthouse and go into this particular judge's chambers and perform sexual acts. So therefore, the judge knew. When the sheriff came forward, or when the story came out, the sheriff deputy was fired and charged, currently in prison. And he was fired and let go in 22. Fast forward to what happened last week. There was a lunch that him and the sheriff and the judge had a few hours before the shooting. I don't know what transpired during that lunch meeting, but a few hours later, the sheriff went into the judge's chambers and shot him multiple times. Now, here's the thing about it. The DA or the prosecutor, the county prosecutor or the DA for the county, whatever his title is, he came out with a statement that said him and that particular judge had married two sisters. And their children was more like siblings than they were cousins, right? So the prosecutor recused himself from the case, right? So there's a whole bunch going on. Everybody want to talk about how the judge is this and the judge is that and all this. Hold on. Let's put the facts out. You have a sheriff deputy performing sexual acts in the judge's chamber, and you as a judge knew about it. I'm sorry, you're not innocent in this situation, bro.
Like I said, and you gotta remember so today, fast forward to today.
Thank you, Mike. Hold on 1 second.
So let's fast forward to this. So today, during the court hearing, he pleads not guilty. Kind of weird to me.
I know, right?
So there's a lot more to this story that we're gonna find out.
What possible defense does he have?
We don't know. Could he come out and say the judge shot himself?
multiple times. I got that.
Well, he shot himself once, and he shot him again to make sure.
Now, Mike, when you say give him life, give who life? The sheriff?
I want to know what happened.
I personally, we know that there was some.
Here's the thing: the court of public opinion is the vice versa of actually what it should be.
Correct.
So therefore, I'm not the court of public opinion. I'm my own opinion. He's still innocent until his court case, as far as I'm concerned. Do we see exactly what happened? Because, as stated, as you've already stated, the judge had to know what was going on. It's his chambers. Why would they choose his chambers of any other judge in the building?
Was the judge getting sexual favors from?
That's why I'm like, it's something. Something. If it looks like a duck, it sounds like a duck. It sure ain't no pigeon.
That. Man.
Oh, I just want to know.
There's a lot to dissect. Like, we could speculate all we want to based off the information that we have, right?
Based on the information we have, I want to say everybody involved ain't nobody.
Now, hold on a second, though. But we did find and read that story about the sheriff's stepdaughter being involved.
Somehow.
So, but they were quick to dismiss that and say,
oh, no, this is the real reason.
Yeah. So I wonder if the stepdaughter actually had some, because think about it, even because they're bringing up something that happened in 21, right? 22, the deputy was prosecuted, right? So we fast forward 2 years later. What happened between them 2 years?
Well, remember the sheriff was the bailiff, and he.
No, there was a different deputy that was the bailiff, and
I mean that's the
The
sheriff appointed the bailiff.
Correct.
And the judge had that bailiff
revoked and wanted to get
and got somebody else from a different district.
The same deputy that's charged right now was that judge's bailiff,
and he had him removed and recused and tried to get the sheriff to fire him. The sheriff wouldn't.
He had no choice in 22.
No, he didn't fire him. They just convicted him. That way, he was fired automatically. You go to jail as a deputy or an officer, you're done.
But that just shows you how people of power or people that's in
places of power,
manipulate,
can influence
and abuse
their power.
Exactly. And this is a sad situation.
And what about it is, do we think this happens all the time? I'm quite sure it does.
I'm especially in small towns. Especially in small towns. Of course. But the thing about it, and this is what irritates me about the situation, right? Everybody wants to speak highly of the judge. If you're speaking so highly of the man,
what's really wrong? What's really going on? Again, I can't wait for the whole story to come out, for this man to plead not guilty. And then the judge that's looking over the case
is in the 100 miles away in a completely different county.
Well, not only that, but the whole thing is the judge overseeing this case.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming because they're trying to get the death penalty. That's what they're talking about. The death penalty may be on the table. He comes out and flat out says, no, he didn't say no. He said, we'll discuss the death penalty after all the evidence has been seen and heard.
Yeah, because
then it'll be discussed.
Because they have to have an evidentiary hearing. Like for those that don't understand the court process or the judicial system, there's a lengthy process. Even though they say as a defendant, your right is to a speedy trial, right? But you do have certain things. You have pre-trial conferences. You have motion hearings. You have evidentiary hearings.
Speedy trial is rush hour traffic in
Los Angeles.
That's your speedy trial. So good luck. Should I say it?
Go ahead.
Take that.
Moving on. That's a perfect segue. Oh, shit. I told y'all this was going to happen back in March. If you don't believe me, go look it up. March 16th is the date that we did that show. And I said at that time that Diddy didn't get arrested by Homeland Security, but in order for Homeland Security to raid and search and seize your property, they are looking at you for something. And then on top of that, during the raid, they let him go. So I told y'all at that time.
He wasn't at the raid. They stopped him in Florida at the airport while they were raiding his house.
But they could have arrested him at that time.
No,
but
they didn't have enough to arrest him yet.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't. But I told everybody at that time, there's something coming down the pipe. And boy, did it ever, no did he. So
take that.
Oh, he's taking it right now.
Actually, he's living a life right now. Ain't nothing happening. They got him on suicide watch.
So Diddy got arrested. No bond. Are we surprised?
The bond thing I'm a little surprised about. I am a little surprised about that. But him being arrested, I mean, at this point, I'm really waiting to see what happens. Did you see? It was a story.
But these are Fed charges. And here's the thing about it. Everybody want to compare this situation to the R. Kelly situation, right?
No comparison.
But they're almost similar, but there's two big differences. R. Kelly didn't get Fed charges. Second of all, R. Kelly got convicted of dealing with minors.
No, he didn't get. You got to go back. He had RICO charges.
So, Diddy's facing RICO charges, but none of the charges. One of the charges that R. Kelly got convicted of in RICO, he wasn't going to get it individually, so they had to put it under RICO, right? Was the aspect that he was dealing with some minors. The parents were sending him or sending their daughters with him, and all this other stuff, blah blah blah. But with Diddy, no minors came forward.
Child sexual exploitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait. No, wait. That was his arrest.
Racketeering and sex trafficking. Correct.
In New York, who sentenced to 30 years.
Correct.
To obstruct justice.
Bribery. Coercion.
In violation of the Mann Act.
What is the fucking Mann Act?
I have we want to look that
I've never heard of that. What is the Mann Act? Hold on, folks. We're about to learn something new today.
The Mann Act is on the white slave traffic.
Oh,
basically because it's okay.
That's the caveat to sex trafficking, I guess. But yeah, so Diddy got charged for allegedly racketeering, sex trafficking, and using his business as a criminal enterprise.
But what everybody's focused on this. Well, it's not now. They're coming out where saying it's not even baby oil. Did you see that? They're saying it's a liquid. It's a some sort of drug. I forgot what it is. It usually comes in pill form, but it enhances your sexual nature, but also paralyzes the person that takes it.
Well, here's the thing about it. It's funny that you bring that up because actually today, a lady came forward and said back in 2001, she was drugged and sexually assaulted by Diddy and the security guard, the head of his security, and they filmed it supposedly.
That was the case. The feds have that. Remember, they have everything right now. They have all the tapes of everything, of everybody that he supposedly is bribing, which they'll find out he really is bribing.
I think that, and that's the reason why they didn't let him out on bond. I honestly think that's the reason. Mike commented, that's all the same stuff Diddy being charged with. Yeah, correct. And it's kind of similar. It's parallel. But the thing about it, the reason why Diddy didn't get a bond, I honestly believe he was threatening the witnesses. Diddy being Diddy.
Here's the thing. You think he can't do that from behind bars? Come on, let's just be honest. What the judge is trying to do is make it seem like he's stopping something. You ain't stopping nothing, man. If he wants to do something, he's going to do it. That's just the nature of everything.
Now,
what are you going to sit there and say? You can only talk to your lawyer. You can't talk to nobody else. Then you're depriving the man of what?
They can do that if they feel he's a threat to the community.
They have to prove it. They have to prove it. You just can't do it.
Shit, the federal prosecution is a motherfucker, bro.
Right, but when you mess with a man that's court has all this power, they're not going to stumble and do that. So you can't talk to nobody but your lawyer. They have to prove.
Well, here's the thing, Mike. We got that. I don't think Diddy was going to leave the country because if he would have left, if he was going to leave the country, he would have left already before the arrest came down. So he went to New York 2 weeks anticipating this. He paid off $18 million mortgage that he still owned on his house in Star Island. He sold, tried to sell a plane, sold some other property, and petitioned the judge with a $50 million bond package.
Getting things. He gave up his passport. His kids gave up his passport. His mother gave up her passport. Everybody gave up the passport, basically saying they were anticipating this. He had already set that up.
Correct. So he wasn't. No. So the whole thing about it, he wanted to fight this because if Diddy was going to leave the country, based off what Mike is saying, there's a reason why they didn't give him a bond. If he had the ample opportunity since March, he knew this was coming. Exactly.
He could have stayed out.
Exactly.
He could have did like your boy that with Beats. Just moved to the islands. Bali said, "I'm out."
Yeah. So, I mean, and then here's the thing about it. What we do know is that Diddy got a list like the Epstein list, supposedly. I gotta say allegedly. I gotta say allegedly. So here's the question: is he snitching? Is he pulling a Frank Lucas? Is the king of New York going to pull a Frank Lucas and snitch?
Why not? That's what they got him for anyway. Yeah, remember, where's Jeff Epstein right now?
Dead.
So the only thing they got going for him is this gentleman right here. They're the only thing they got going.
So do you think the Epstein and Diddy list is similar?
It might be the same damn people. Think about it. It may be some of the same people on both lists.
We got some comments coming in. There's other ways to leave the country other than the passport. Absolutely right. But again, going to the point of what I said,
it would defeat the purpose of him coming back to the States.
If he wanted to flee, he had ample opportunity.
He could flee. He was already outside of the country, living his life. He came back because he was facing this like.
He thought his rich people were going to help him, and they saved him from being kind of it was.
I honestly, I don't think.
What's this one? You know damn well he's going to snitch. He was already by recording everyone in those parties. Yeah, certain videos are coming out. He's not from the streets. Now, here's the thing about Diddy, and let's go back. Let's go back to Diddy being with Uptown Records. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because everything about 80% of what's being alleged from Diddy now started. We've heard the rumors since he was with Uptown.
And the thing is,
as a matter of fact, I'll be sure is calling for them to open up Kim Porter to investigate it as a murder.
I'll give my opinion on him.
Now, when it comes down to it, when take Kim out of that situation, let's just deal with Uptown Records, right? Andre Harrell, where is he at?
Keep going.
Heavy D.
Keep going.
You got your opinion about I'll be sure, but let's just stick with
Biggie. Come on.
Biggie, Tupac,
Craig Mack. Come on, let's keep going.
And the common denominator.
Kim Porter.
I didn't want to go there. I was trying to take Cooper out.
No, we're going to say everybody that is off that web.
Yeah, and here's the common denominator about them all. 80% of them were writing tell-all books when they died.
Allegedly, because not everybody we have any writing about.
All of them died of the similar cause, but besides Craig Mack. Craig Mack had AIDS.
Heavy D died from a bubble. He died on a plane, so you can't really say. Remember, he had the heart thing that happened.
Yeah.
Air bubble, the air bubble, and the aneurysm that traveled from his leg up to his heart.
Yeah.
He had a heart attack. But that's not saying that it wasn't caused by something.
Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim Porter, heart attack. I'll be sure. Legend heart attack that put him in goddamn critical condition on life support. And he was coming out with a book And there's certain pages that came out from Kim Porter's book, allegedly, that were detailing certain things about Diddy, right? Also, and I sent you this video, right? Going back to last year, November, when all this started, right? Cassie's coming out with a book. Allegedly, Diddy gets word that this book is coming out. He wants to put a cease and desist on it. Allegedly, there's $30 million. It's going to cost him $30 million to get the exclusive rights of it, and he could cease and desist it. He didn't want to pay it. He said, "Fuck y'all." So Cassie said, "I'm putting the book out." Allegedly, and then allegedly, her lawyer came back and said, "Not only can you put the book out, but everything that you're depicting is unlawful, and you have a civil suit." So he allegedly settles for an undisclosed amount, but it comes out that it's right around the area of $30 million.
I think it was 45.
Correct. As a settlement on a civil suit, right? All of a sudden, we don't hear shit about the book,
Which is amazing.
It opened Pandora's box all of a sudden.
Did it? Did it? Or remember, did it really open anything, or was the writing on the wall?
We heard the stories for decades, and the one person that came out hard that we didn't believe might be correct in what she was saying.
Well, you can't. Here's the thing about Aubrey. I'm gonna come out and say it. You can't believe the word she said.
I really don't want to, bro.
But the whole thing is, you really can't believe a word.
But do you? Okay, so let me ask you this then. Knowing that, do you think something actually happened to her, or is she trying to capitalize off of shit that she's seen or heard?
Or heard, seen or heard.
Okay.
I think with her.
Okay,
she ain't. No, you can't. No, she's still trying to keep herself relevant in some way, shape, or form.
True.
Ain't nothing happened to that girl. Because here's the thing. If at any point in time the feds believed her, with all this going on right now, they would have told her, "Be quiet. We need to talk." Has anybody come to her? Apparently not. The only people that we know about that has been in the Fed's office many a times is Cassie and great. I can't think of her name now. He was just dating her, Young Miami. She's been in that office too. Yeah, they've interviewed her.
Well, they had no choice. She was
the most recent. Yeah,
they subpoenaed her,
and they let her go because she didn't know nothing.
Good girl. Good girl.
So, at this point, the diddler, not me.
Oh, and King Combs, yo, this song didn't age too well, did it? No, did he?
Really, no, did he?
Oh,
really?
Shit. He up in the federal pen taking that.
Well, again,
giving that.
He's probably directed that.
Talk about, yeah, I once I get out, I'm gonna sign you. Man.
I got a position for you. I got a position for you on my squad.
Oh shit.
I got a position for you on my squad.
Not doing that. Not today.
You play football?
Yo, they brought back a video with Biggie from '93 that I had to question.
Which one?
The one where he goes up to the bar. What's that song? I can't think of it right now. It wasn't Juicy. It was the one that he came out with.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's the
Big Papa.
Yeah.
I think it's Big Papa.
Wait, you just question that now?
Here's the thing about it. I didn't know that the chick that he went up to and he did this to, and the chick that he was talking to was a trans. Is that politically correct to say, or should I say transgender? I don't know. Anyway, that was in '93. And if you remember that video, they had a scene where the woman, or I don't know, walked into the bathroom, went to the urinal, and the dudes walked away. And then Buster was in the video talking. Like, I'm questioning. This was back in '93. And rumor has it, there's some people on this list that y'all are going to be looking at differently, whether the allegation is true or not. You're going to look at them differently.
Put it this way. There's a lot of people being quietly subpoenaed that would shock a lot.
And here's the crazy part about it. They want to say that Beyonce and Jay-Z's on the list. I've heard stories that they said that Dre's on the list. I've heard stories that, you know what I mean? But
Russell Simmons, which I
would believe.
That's why he's invalid. He's not here anymore. He's invalid.
I believe it.
A non-extraditional country.
I believe that. Here's the thing when it comes down to everybody's going down in regards to a child or a sex trafficking ring that's going on within the industry right now. A lot of people are.
One of them.
R. Kelly Diddy, but Harvey Weinstein, like all them people that's in that entertainment circle starting to go down right now, right? Here's the thing, though. There's one person that nobody is naming or snitching on or investigating that we know for a fact that was at these supposed freak offs, not just at Diddy's, but with Harvey Weinstein, but with Jeffrey Epstein, and with, I don't know about Kelly, but one person in particular, and they're not dropping her name for shit.
Okay.
Oprah Winfrey.
No, they did say that. They did drop Oprah's at Epstein. Yes, they did.
I haven't heard that.
I didn't hear that. Wrong with your ear.
On the Epstein list?
They mentioned her going to Epstein Island.
And here's the reason why I bring Oprah into this. Everybody that's going down, she was affiliated and associated with.
In some way.
In some way. We've heard stories from, even with the Oprah story. What's your name? Ain't said shit ever since he supposedly married her. What's his name? Stedman. We ain't heard shit from Stedman in decades. Is that man even still? You feel me?
Where is he? Did he get to the other side?
But I really want to know what Oprah's involvement is in this. I really do.
Honestly.
Because if Oprah's involved, then that means some of the stories that I'm hearing about Tyler Perry might be true.
Actually, I've heard Tyler Perry's name mentioned in some of this stuff.
Exactly.
I just thought about that.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? A bird of a feather. They flock together. Oprah took Tyler under her wing, literally. Here, baby, supple the breast. You know what I mean? That's what she did with Tyler. She groomed the shit out that man. Oh, you homeless? Now you got a little bit of change. Let me help you.
Let me help you succeed.
Exactly.
Let me show you the way.
Black entertainment is not what you think. It is not. Entertainment, period.
I'm not going to just say black entertainment. The entertainment industry. One thing I want to say that you say people, but it's a company that really has kept their nose just above water from all the scandals, which is kind of funny to me because of all the people that were there. Me and my family talked about for Disney. Think about that. All the
Disney was under scrutiny a couple of years ago, but somehow that shit got.
That's what I'm saying.
It kind of. Britney Spears was about to come out with a book,
and all of a sudden it disappeared.
No, the book came out, but certain things were taken out of the book.
They would disappear.
Yeah. You know, no, Justin Timberlake. You asked him questions about when on being on Disney. He don't want to talk about.
But here's the thing about Britney, you forgot to mention. Amazingly, after the book came out and it disappeared, what happened? She got her emancipation when she couldn't. Just look at the things that line up sometimes. That's why it's like with Disney. There's a lot there.
When it comes to Disney, here's the problem that I have with Disney. This has obviously been going on since Mr. Walt Disney was alive.
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not going to say more. You're not going to slander a dead man.
I can't slander a dead man, but at the
you just did.
What I'm saying is that looking at history in the chain of events, Disney children stars, even that are in their 60s right now that was doing the original Mickey Mouse Club. You remember that shit? The original Mickey Mouse Club was saying that there was some shit going on. Parents would leave them with certain people that they didn't feel comfortable with, and some shit went on that they wasn't comfortable about talking. You know what I mean? That was back.
Actually, let me look.
You know what I mean?
Mickey Mouse Club.
That was back in the 70s, 80s. It could have been even further than that. I don't know, but I remember it in the early 80s myself.
Let me look at when he died first. He died in 1966.
So okay.
Like I said,
okay.
You're slandering a man.
Okay. But that's who took over at Disney. It's still at that time when he died, it was still family owned, right?
No, not Roy. Walt.
So who was Roy? Walt died, yeah.
Roy, Oliver Disney.
Roy, his brother.
That's the one you got to talk about.
Okay, so during Roy's tenure at Disney,
till 1970s, yeah, it was under.
Okay, there had to be something going on. I don't know about Walt. Can't go back that far. I don't know. But as far as what I know, according to people that was with the original Mickey Mouse Club, there was some shit that was going on behind closed doors. Hugh Hefner was involved, allegedly.
There they are. Those are the ones.
Dorian
Tracy, we heard about.
Yep, Annette Funicello too.
Yeah. Lonnie Burr, heard about. Sharon Bard.
That was back when. And they're all dead now, right? A lot of
Annette, I think, and Doreen are dead.
Okay.
These three are Darlene is still, Gillespie's still alive.
Okay.
Lonnie Burr.
So these are people that are in their what, 80s?
70s, 80s. Late 80s, early 80s.
And there were stories coming out back then about Disney messing with little kids. You understand what I'm saying?
And what's funny, what the thing we're trying to get to, y'all. If you look at that compared to this, no, but let's compare the apple to the apple. Disney is still able to survive making money doing the same stuff
because people
to this day. Not just that. It's not about just support. We mentioned a couple of names there. Roy Disney. No, I don't think so. Keep going. Mention other names.
Harvey Weinstein.
No. These people are still able to be successful because they're not being canceled. But the minute what gets me the most, I'm tired of hearing this. People talking about y'all want to talking about he's innocent until proven guilty. Every time as a black man, y'all want to say this. No. It's not that. It's the fact that no matter what, the minute somebody comes out about somebody black, the first thing y'all always do, I knew it. I know he's guilty.
And stop asking me if I know the motherfucker.
Do you know so-and-so? Why? Oh, because I'm like, okay, so what's that got to do with me? Why should I know? Like I said, I'm not public opinion. Never have, never will be. You are, I go by you're innocent until I see that for a fact the gavel goes down and you're guilty.
You don't think Diddy guilty of any of this?
Oh, I didn't say I didn't think he was guilty of anything. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Everybody in Hollywood's guilty of something. They've done something grimy to get where they were. You had to step on someone to keep going up. That's just the way it works. How do you climb a ladder? By stepping up. That's how you climb a ladder. You don't just throw a rope and then just all magically appear at the top. You step on next to get what you want. That's just the nature of it. That's just the nature of it. People that don't want to do that, they can still be successful, but they're not getting where they want, more than likely. Now, I will say some people have gotten where they want and they're satisfied, but there are other people that get a little bit higher. Ooh, nah, I want more. Get a little bit higher.
Do you think he got addicted to the lifestyle?
That's what I think happened. The lifestyle corrupted him. I don't think.
But he was like that from the 90s, though. They thought, allegedly.
Now, going back to where he first started with Uptown, he didn't just do this. He was taught somewhere.
You think he was grooming motherfuckers when he was young?
I don't think he was grooming. He was groomed and was like, this is how it really go down? Oh, yeah, this is how it goes. Seriously? This is what I got to do to get where I want? Depends on where you want to go, bro.
And the crazy part about it, this is why I believe everybody want to talk about Suge set up Pop. And then Suge had Biggie killed. I honestly believe.
I don't think they did it separate.
I
together.
think Diddy was the one mastermind of it all.
He came up with the idea.
I think Diddy came up and said, because Pac knew shit on Diddy. It was going to come out.
No, that wasn't what's going on.
No. Hear me out. Though. What? As far as what Pac, I think he came across some information on Puff from Biggie, but where Suge comes into play is that Pac was going to leave Death Row when his contract was up, and he was going to start Amu Records or Amu Entertainment, whatever it was called, and Suge didn't like it. So there was a coercion where Puff came in and said, we can eliminate the threat for you and save you some money. Now, where Biggie comes in, Biggie knows Puffy, right? Biggie knew, and he was coming out and saying some shit about Puffy, allegedly.
The only thing
so he had them both.
The whole point. He missed the whole point of it. Pac and Biggie had already, behind closed doors, decided they were doing a joint venture in music. They're opening their own, not in the album. That's the album, a whole company. You talking about he was urging over the album? No, they were him and Biggie together were looking to take over the music industry, and it would have happened.
I don't think so.
It would have happened. You don't think they would have taken over the music industry? Okay.
They would have been hot for about a good 5 years. And then
it wouldn't have been 5 years.
I think it would have.
I honestly think a lot of the artists that should have gotten play would have gotten play.
Because here's the thing about it. One thing that I know about, even based off what Pac's mom said, because she had the LLC and all the documents for Amu Records, and what she was talking about was certain artists.
Are you talking about the documents that weren't even signed by Pac? Are you talking about those documents?
No, they were signed by him.
No, they already confirmed that was not his signature on those documents, dude.
So Amu Records wasn't going to be started by Tupac. Who was going? Because he was going to go into music, film production, and I think it was the film production that he was going to joint with Biggie on in regards to shit. But as far as music goes, Biggie was going to go on his own way. Pac was going to do his own thing. But collectively, you're right. Biggie and Pac were going to bring that whole East Coast, West Coast war that really wasn't that. They were going to bring that shit together and make it a cease and desist. They were going to do that on a business venture. We don't know if that was going to be music. From what I was reading and from various different sources, it was more so in the line of film. Because Pac wanted to fuck with some actors from New York that Biggie had connections with, and vice versa.
So a man that doesn't do acting is going to invite someone that does do acting.
Well, as far as connections, I mean relationships. Like, he wasn't fucking with Method Man like that, but Method at that time was wanting to dabble into film.
Who was Method Man?
Pac wasn't. He didn't. Yeah, Pac didn't have. Pac didn't have a relationship with Method like that, right? But Big did. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cats on the East Coast that Big had relationships with, but because of the so-called feud, nobody was really fucking with each other like that. Vice versa. Like Biggie wanted to do a track with the Outlaws. That shit would have been hard too. Seeing what Biggie did with Bone, that shit with the Outlaws would have been hard as shit.
And that's how Bone actually got their way to do Biggie, because he couldn't get the Outlaws.
Possibly.
If you do not forget, in their concert, they said that's how they got the introduction, because they weren't initially on the radar to do with Biggie. They were not initially on it.
But everybody, and before the downfall, for about a good 10, 15 years, we were saying, if Bad Boy Entertainment offered you a contract, you better walk away from that shit. Doing business with Diddy, you killing your career. Well, killing something else too, apparently.
You get killed. You ain't killing someone. You get got.
Yeah. Take that. No Diddy.
The whole thing, it just goes back to like I said before.
And the crazy part about it, right? Let's think about the timeline of this shit. He got raided in March. He just got indicted last week. Crunch time during election season.
Just
don't be distracted, folks.
People are already distracted.
Yeah, 1,000 bottles.
That was a little.
And then when you go one bottle. And then when you go to the store to buy some baby oil because you need it.
Yep, everybody looking at you. What you doing that for?
You buy more than one bottle.
You go to the register. It's always like,
I know. Like nigga, y'all had to sell 2 for $7. I got 2.
like, come on now. Like, you got the sale. I wanted to get 3 of them, and you got a sale for 3 of them. Well, sir, according to our bylaws,
you're black and you can't get 3.
What do you mean I can't get 3? Okay, can you name 3 Diddy songs? Lies, he ain't got no music.
That actually is another good question. Do we cancel Diddy at this point?
It ain't happening.
And the whole thing about it, if you think about Diddy's catalog,
it's like R. Kelly. You go have to
you can't escape it.
Because that was funny. Remember how they quieted R. Kelly for what? Was it a month they quieted R. Kelly? And then you heard it back on the radio. Like, see?
I mean, and the thing about it, and here's the thing about it, when it comes to R. Kelly as the producer, right? From Uptown to Bad Boy, he got a thicker catalog than R. Kelly.
You mean Diddy's? Kelly got
I'm sorry.
R. Kelly got a thicker catalog.
No, Diddy. Diddy got a bigger catalog than R. Kelly, right? You know what I mean? So how can you not escape that?
And you got to remember this: Diddy has his hands
on everybody,
every genre of music. He's got.
Like, there's a song that I came across the other day, and it brought me back. But I didn't even know. And he produced it, but he didn't produce it. But 8-Ball MJG.
Oh, you still talking about rap? I was like, I thought about like some of the country stuff he did.
No, not
and metal and the rock. And there's like so much. There's so many groups that he's produced for that people didn't even know. And they're talking about canceling them. It's gonna be a quiet airwave. We're gonna be hearing Frankie Beverly and the OJs for a while.
And the thing about it, if you want to cancel all the Diddy shit, that means you canceling the early Mary J. Blige
and some of the new.
Yeah, you canceling 112.
Well, they didn't cancel themselves anyway. What the hell did they?
You can't. Well, Carl Thomas canceled. I'm just saying, like, when
he got too emotional.
On that note, folks, what a fucking show we had today. Bad. Anyway, so until next week, we are having a show this week, right?
That's not true.
Okay. God willing, the water don't rise. We will be here next week. You want to leave me with closing remarks? Our prayers goes out and our condolences goes out to all those that were affected by everything that's been going on the past couple of weeks, from hurricanes to
school shootings,
just shootings in general. I was just reading right now. Somebody set a bomb off in a California courthouse. Everybody that's being affected right now, and it's ironic that all this chaos is going on during an election season, the prime time of the election battle. You understand what I'm saying? All this chaos is going on. My condolences, my heart genuinely goes out to those that are being affected by this turmoil and this chaos. I pray for peace. My fear is that it will get worse.
What about?
We saw. I already did those. Hold on. I did that.
We don't have a.
What's this one? What about?
I'm going to be resident comment. Where? We don't see that comment.
No, it's not a comment that was made. Who made that comment is what I'm saying. Did he say he was running for president?
Maybe he did.
I don't know. Shit.
Hey, he's a felon, so now he can. Well, not really. He's not a felon yet. Sorry.
As far as what we know, we don't know.
He's not convicted yet. He hasn't been convicted.
Now, on these charges, but I don't know his previous record. He was arrested before. Oh, and Shine came out and said,
"No, this is the man to be." Shine. He said he only deal with Diddy because of business. He went to jail saving his life.
And then the thing about it, he also came back and condemned Diddy and said, and I'm just paraphrasing because I can't remember specifically what he said, but he's like, he's an evil man. Shine said he's an evil man. What did he say? There it is. The whole
That's
thing
the
right
video.
there. Yeah, that's
I'm not trying to look at the video.
okay. But no,
Here we go.
he's a backstabber. And the thing about it, Sean didn't know no better. He said, "I'm gonna take a charge for Diddy, and Diddy gonna take care of me." That's what he thought.
Oh, he said a lot. Well,
Yeah, he did say a lot, but the biggest thing that he said, and the crazy part about it, also somebody who hasn't come forward that I'm actually curious to know her story. Besides Mary J. Blige, I want to know J-Lo's story.
she ain't really got much to say.
She was around during the freak offs,
Was she?
apparently, allegedly.
Was she really? We don't know. But here's what I'm going to read a part of this. He says, when I was an 18-year-old kid, just wanted to do nothing other than make my mother proud, and make police proud, and do what all of us want to do. This is Sean. Be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me. He pretty much sent me to prison. That is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave. I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Let us not lose sight of what the cold, hard facts are. This is not someone who I vacationed with and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on for the better interest of police because he was in position at the time to give scholarships to maybe invest. I wouldn't deny attempting to bring the investment to police and contribution to education to police. That's what he said.
He destroyed his life.
Do I take any joy what he is going through? Absolutely not. I am different than other people. No one needs to fail for me to succeed. That's what he said. So no, he did not. That's why I wanted to correct you. He did not say he stabbed him in the back. He said
He destroyed his life.
he destroyed his life. There's a difference. In other words, the words he mentioned,
But I did say I'm paraphrasing because I couldn't remember.
that wasn't close to a paraphrase.
That was.
That was not close to
Hey,
a paraphrase.
he looked at Diddy. My life. That's
He
almost
looked
like
at Diddy as he thought it was going to be a big brother for him. He thought he was going to have that
Stabbed
relationship.
me in the back.
He
You
didn't
got
stab him.
people.
He destroyed it.
You got people to testify against me when I thought you were going to stick up for me as my brother. That's a stab in the back, bro.
Stab in the back. That's a slap in the motherfucker's face. Spit in your mouth.
I'd rather take that than a stab in the back.
I hate to tell you.
That stab in the back hurts worse,
You're
bro.
not going to disrespect me. I take disrespect a lot harder. I take
If I look at you as my brother, and if I look at you as okay, all right, I'll give you a personal example, right? Hypothetically speaking, right? And we're gonna wrap this up because I see we almost done for time. But something go down with one of your kids, right? Let's say you do something to handle it, but I take the heat for it.
not
Right.
in the same situation, but go ahead.
Not okay.
Let's give it as it is.
Okay.
You take it. You did it, and I don't cover for you. That's different.
But
That's
here's
exactly
the thing
kind of what
about.
happened.
But here's the thing about the Sean story that we know. Diddy was the one with the gun. Sean took the heat for the gun charge.
No, that's where you're wrong at. Shine even came out and said he saved Diddy's life. What does that mean? He pulled the trigger. Diddy did not pull the trigger. That's what y'all keep forgetting. Everybody wants to sit there to create their own fabrication around the story. Listen to what the man is telling you. He said, I did it, but I thought you were going to defend me in court.
Here's why I don't believe that story.
Well, Shine's a liar. Let's shut it down now. 2 minutes ago. Shine's a liar. Whatever he
Here's
said.
the reason why I can't believe his story. Because at the end of the day, you're saying that if Diddy coached you to say, or Diddy's lawyer coached you to say that in believing, hey, Diddy's gonna pay for your defense. We got this handled. You ain't got to worry about that. All you got to do is say this, and we gonna do it. And he goes behind your back, Diddy, and has his lawyer get people to testify against you and throw you under the bus. That's a stab in the back. That's just like me and you going out to the club with our wives, right?
You created this whole situation in your head.
But
Off of what he said.
So
You just said, I don't believe what he said.
so that's
this
like
is what happened.
That's like me and you going to the club with our wives, right? And a situation happens where somebody disrespects your wife. It escalates. Now, we know this won't happen between us because of the type of people that we are, right? But it escalates to where weapons are pulled. You so happen to be the one to do what you do but I'm the one that's going to take the heat for you. You got a family you need to go home to, blase, blase, blah. You got kids. You got this beautiful girlfriend or / wife, because J-Lo was at the club too, Shine, I'm going to take that charge for you. You just take care of me. Did you come up to me and be all like, hey, I can't afford to take this charge. I need you to say you did this, you X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to take care of you. We going to get you out. You ain't going to do no time. Blah, blah, blah.
Again, you're saying that's what happened when Shine out of his own mouth said he pulled the fucking trigger. Stop trying to change that narrative. He said he pulled the trigger.
Said that before he got convicted, and then after he got out, his story changed.
It did not. It's still saying the same thing.
No, it's not, bro. If that was the case, why would Shine say this man destroyed my life?
Because what did he do? He said it right in there.
Go ahead.
He said it right in there. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against him.
Correct. I'm defending you. And you're going to call witnesses against me, and that's not a stab in the back? You don't take that as a stab in the back?
Like I said, no.
Okay.
Like I said, he left him out to dry. That's what he did. He never, put it this way, he thought he was going to be as close as he was that Biggie was. And that's the problem. Nobody could get as close to Biggie. What the hell is his name? Diddy, as Biggie was. I was about to call him Jay-Z and everything else.
On that note, folks, hey, thank you for tuning in. Tune in with us next week. We got more developing stories that's coming up. A lot of stuff going on, right? Shout out to people in Florida. Hope y'all stay safe. Hurricane, what the fuck is this name now?
Helene, I think.
Helene is making a muckus right now.
It's raising hell.
Stay safe, y'all. Until next week, we love y'all. We out.